time, I'd like to introduce you to our young lady that we're all here to support. Diane has worked at the National Archives for 35 years, where she has demonstrated a record of effective management, promoting change and achieving results. She started as a student trainee and worked her way up to become regional administrator, a position she held for 15 years. And just this past year, she's taken on yet a new challenge within her agency, moving to the Office of Presidential Libraries as the special assistant to the director for all 13 presidential libraries across this great nation. Her responsibilities are for planning, developing, coordinating, and administering the nationwide presidential library system. She has a master's of public administration with a concentration in budget and finance and years of experience managing and delivering services, public facilities, and multifaceted multi-million-dollar budgets. Diane is recognized as a leader in the federal community, where she has provided leadership for the Greater Boston Federal Executive Board, an organization that represents all federal employees and brings together all federal agencies to work on common issues and promote governmental efficiencies. She has led the federal community as chair and vice chair of this distinguished board for 17 years. Now, this is a distinction that no other federal official has ever earned in the board's 51-year history. As a leader in the federal community, she has worked to promote good government and to grow programs that encourage public service careers and recognize and reward accomplishments of exceptional governmental employees. It is through these programs that I have come to know Diane and have observed her leadership firsthand. Diane has also been active in the Waltham community for many, many years, serving on several boards, including the Northeast Elementary School Council. For many years, she's been active in her church, Our Lady Comforter of the Afflicted Parish, where she has served as the vice chair of the Pastoral Council for the past 4 years. And in 2012, she was appointed by the Cardinal to serve on his Archdiocese Pastoral Council, and she was recently appointed to chair their Communications Committee. She has a reputation for being a strong advocate for our nation's veterans and their families, for promoting the city's history. She has provided leadership on the Vietnam Moving Memorial Wall Committee, the Circle of Remembrance Annual Program Committee, and the Historic Waltham Committee. Diane has been named the Distinguished Public Administrator of the Year and Distinguished Federal Executive of the Year. She was elected to her second term as Councilor at Large in November of 2011. Now, City Councilor is only a 2-year term, so she is up here for re-election, and she is asking for your support. At this time, please stand and give a big round of applause to your Councilor at Large, Diane LeBlanc.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. Serving you and our city as a Councilor at Large is a true privilege, and I'm honored by your continued support and your presence here tonight. Today at 5 p.m. was the last day to file nomination papers to run for City Council. And the good news is there are 12 candidates for Councilor at Large. One of the challenges, that is good news, one of the challenges that we all have as voters is getting to know the candidates, who they are and what they stand for. Not just when the cameras are on, not just during election season, but who they really are. The reality is that most candidates have the same message. We all want the best for our children, strong schools. We all support our veterans and our seniors. We all support preserving our neighborhoods, our city's history, and open space. We all embrace our city's diversity. We all want to limit traffic. Most of us support responsible development, which is critical to keeping residential property taxes as low as possible. And we all want Waltham to be a safe, clean, and affordable place to live. But the reality is that when resources are limited, these things are sometimes in conflict with each other. And often it is about finding the balance. And to do that, difficult decisions need to be made. So at the end of the day, you need somebody representing you that you trust, someone that you know, who has a demonstrated capacity to make good decisions and to get the job done. Tonight, you will be given my resume. It's 2 pages, double-sided, not your traditional piece of campaign literature. But be grateful that I didn't listen to my mother, who wanted me to go back to the very, very beginning, and to tell you, amongst many other things, that in high school I was president of my junior achievement company, and we did turn a profit. And when I started my professional career at the National Archives at the age of 19, part of my job was unloading trucks and driving a forklift. So my resume highlights the past 30 years or so. And I'm asking you to please take it home and please read it, because I want you to know who I am and what I believe in so that you can pass it on and share it with others. I want you to know about my education and my professional experience. I want you to know about my record of leadership. And I want you to have examples of my commitment to our community. I want you to know what I have in my record that backs up the words experience, leadership, and commitment. And I want you to know that I bring that same work ethic, that same commitment to being of service to the position of Councilor at Large. I love serving you and the people of Waltham, and I'm humbled to be in this position where I have the opportunity to make a difference. My focus as a councilor continues to be on government that is accessible, accountable, and that works for you. The fact is, I'm not a talker, I'm a doer. And my only agenda is to do the very best that I can for you and the city of Waltham. As I look around this room, I see so many that I have worked with over the years on major efforts, going back way before I ever joined the City Council in 2010. You know me. I also see many that I have worked with since becoming a City Councilor on issues that have in some cases been very personal, quality of life issues. Work that is not necessarily evident in what folks see when they watch City Council meetings on Monday nights. You too have come to know me. Together we have worked to get answers to your questions and to maneuver city government to get your problems solved. Together we have advocated for residents who live in public housing, for proper crosswalk management, and for the creation of an Americans with Disabilities Act transition plan that will move us toward ensuring that everyone has access to our city's resources. I work hard at being accessible and spend as much time in the community as possible, attending as many community events as possible. Again, all year long, not just during election season. I continue to advocate for performance appraisal system that would enhance accountability, a performance appraisal system that would allow us to appropriately recognize the many exceptional city workers across all departments, and also allow us to address the poor performance, those who are not committed to providing the high quality, customer-focused service that you deserve. I have been an advocate for cleaning up our docket, getting rid of items that have been hanging around for years with no activity, so that we can get clarity around our priorities and move forward to promote public discussion and address issues that have the greatest impact on our residents and our community, issues that some of you in this room have brought forward. I have facilitated a very small reorganization of our city government that will bring employees of the Conservation Commission, the Historic Commission, and the Community Preservation Commission under the Planning Department, so that there can be proper oversight, better support and direction, and coordination of our city's limited resources toward a shared vision for our city. Together, we really have accomplished a lot in the last 3.5 years. And I say together because I know that what I do would not be possible without the support that you give me. I want you to know that your support means everything. Thank you. Again, I thank you for the privilege of serving as your counselor at large, and I promise you that I will never take your support for granted, and that I will work hard each and every day to earn and keep your trust. God bless Waltham, God bless America, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all.
About, I would say, 3 or 4 years ago, there were some issues in the neighborhood that we were concerned about and tried to get some answers and were unable to. A few people suggested that we get in touch with Diane, and from that point on, everything turned around. Diane was absolutely, without a doubt, fabulous. She stepped in, she kept us informed on a regular basis of what was going on. She really put effort into it, and happily the situation was resolved very well. Since then, there have been a few minor issues, and we've come to depend on Diane as the go-to person. Not only is she extremely capable and good at what she does, she communicates so well. She's a very warm, giving person, and I really believe that that's quite important when you're dealing with anybody. You have to be born with the communication skills and the warm heart and the goodness that Diane displays. And I would certainly encourage anybody who cares about their community to vote for Diane. She's an outstanding person.
Diane has been one of our star counselors. She's been spearheading all the major efforts on the council. We watch her all the time on cable and appreciate everything she does for the city. She's dedicated, she's a hard worker, she's conscientious, and she has the city at heart in all she does.
Diane's a sincere candidate, and I just think she wants the best for her city.
Diane LeBlanc has helped us out 100 million times. Last year, when we had an electric shortage, she went, hurricane or whatever it was, she brought hamburgers for everybody, or chicken sandwiches, and made sure we had something the next day.
She got my roof fixed that was leaking outside, and I got my new refrigerator, and I had my stove fixed.
Diane LeBlanc, we all love you and we care for you, and you do a lot for people.
I live at 48 Pine Street in Waltham, and I I just like to say Diane is a very helpful and loving person, and she's always trying to do the best for people.
I've been a resident of Waltham for 50 years. I've known Diane for the past at least 10 years and supported her. I've campaigned for her in the past with my husband, my late husband. And she's a wonderful person. She does what she says that she's going to do. She's a very honest person and sincere.
Hi, my name is Angie Mullaney. I've been a long-time friend of Diane LeBlanc's mother and Diane. I cannot say enough about Diane. She has been a favorite of all us seniors and certainly has always been there for our call.
I'm Bertha Turcoli, and I've known Diane for quite a few years. I love her, and she's a wonderful person, and I wish her lots of luck.
I just wanted to say how nice Diane is to all the senior citizens, and she's done a lot of work for them, and I'm sure she will continue.
My name is Neida Ortiz. I'm a treasurer of the Latinos Nation of Waltham, and it's a pleasure to know Diane. Diane be help not only the community, the Spanish community, but the group of Latinos en Nación. Also, she be involved in different activities that we have in the community. And I wish the best for Diane, and I know that she can do this and more to the community. She can help not only the Spanish community, but the whole community.
I do quite a bit at the senior center, and I've been corresponding with Diane regarding the parking issues there, and she's been very helpful. I know that she's working very hard at this problem with our parking issues, and I'm very grateful to her for that.
I got to admit, one of Diane's greatest social attributes is coming down Dunkin' Donuts down at the Wallachs and cheering us old guys up once or twice a week. We appreciate it.
Diane is truly a wonderful woman, a great friend. She's made me a happier person since I've known her. But she's done so much for everybody, always a smile, always willing to help.
I just want to tell you how wonderful you are. You do so many wonderful things for our parish, all the functions that you organize for our church. It's incredible. You're an incredible lady in so many ways. You've done so many things for our city, and I appreciate everything you do. Thanks.
I really love Diane because she really worked hard for the small businesses. I am a small business, and when I have an issue a year ago, she was right there to help me out. So please help us to elect Diane again for 2 more years. Thank you.
Because she's the brightest kid that I know of around here.
She's very intelligent. She loves the city.
She's vigorous, enthusiastic, and she loves Waltham.
And I hope she's our next female mayor.
I think she'd make a wonderful city councilor because she has a wonderful skill in bringing opposing sides to an agreement. I don't know how she does it, but she does a great job at it.
Yeah. My name's Patty Kelly. I'm the owner of the UPS store on Main Street. I'd like to share with you a recent experience I had with Diane LeBlanc. Recently, as we all know, there's been a lot of construction around the city of Waltham, and the businesses on Main Street have been heavily affected. One of my frequent customers knows Diane, called her, and within 24 hours she was at my store inquiring what the problem was. I was able to relate to her that we had received a letter that the project was supposed to be completed on June 10th, and when she visited my store it was July 10th, and it didn't look like the project was anywhere close to the end. She contacted the Commissioner of Public Works. Within 24 hours, it was determined that sent out a letter to all the people affected with the wrong dates on that. She had that corrected and the orange barrels removed from the front of my store within another 24 hours. I'd like to support her in everything she does because of the fact she supports the people and the businesses of Waltham. Thank you for your time.
I find Diane to be very trustworthy, very helpful. She's gone out of her way to help people and promote and do things that we needed to have done.
I'll tell you one thing about Diane. If you want something done, call her. It's done. Period.
My name is Sandy Leone, and I'd like to tell you a little story of how I met Diane LeBlanc. 4 years ago, this lovely lady was walking up the street near my house. She stopped and she said hello, and I said hello back. She introduced herself. I had no idea who she was. I was just walking around, and I thought, what a lovely lady. After she left, I said to myself, you're going to vote for that lady. She's running for councilor at large. I did vote for her. Every now and then I'd run into Diane someplace, here, there, wherever, maybe at the concert on the Common. She always had a really lovely smile, a nice hello, how are you? Very lovely lady, classy lady. About 2 years ago, I was going through a lot of trauma in my private life. And I saw Diane at some function. I was sitting very quietly, and Diane came over and said, "Hi, Sandy. How have you been? I haven't seen you around for a long time." And I was very quiet, which is not me. And I said, "Oh, I'm just fine." And she said, "Oh, are you okay?" And I said, "Well, I'm going through a lot of trauma in my life right now, personal problems, and, I'm not in a very sociable mood these days." Diane said, "You know what, Sandy? Here's my phone number. Call me. Call me if you want to chat. I'd be very happy to chat with you." So I said, "Okay, Diane." She said, please make sure you call." I said, "Oh, I will. And I tucked it in my pocket, and 3 or 4 days later, I thought to myself, I did tell this lady I would call her, but no, I'm not going to call her. She has enough going on. A couple of days after that, roughly 1 week later, after I met her, my phone rang, and it was Diane. She says, "Sandy, I've been thinking about you all week. I've been concerned about you. You're always an upright, smiling, sociable person, and I just thought maybe you might like to have someone to talk to." She said, "I'm just leaving church. Would it be all right if I stopped by and said hello?" I said, "Sure." She came to my house. That had to be one of the luckiest days of my life in the last few years. Diane came into my home. She sat at the kitchen table with me. At first, I was reluctant to tell her any of my business because I don't know this lady. I don't know this politician lady. But she sat there. She wasn't a politician. She wasn't asking for anything. She wasn't saying anything. She just said, "How are you?" And the next thing I knew, the tears came down my eyes. She reached over, touched my hand. She spent a couple of hours sitting with me. She said, "I can't cure everything that's happened. I can't stop what's already happened, but I can give you some advice, and we'll see where it goes." Diane gave me advice. She kept in touch with me. She called. If she didn't hear from me within a week, as I promised I would call, she would call me. And out of that blossomed a wonderful, wonderful friendship for me. I am so very grateful to have this wonderful lady in my life. She is a classy, intelligent, kind, caring lady. She is a fantastic counselor at large. She is everywhere, helping everyone with the littlest to the biggest thing. She is always there. It is such a pleasure, and it's my honor to help her with her campaign. Anything she wants, I will be right there for her because she's right there for all of us. I am blessed with the day I met this lady, and again, repeating, so fortunate to have her in my life. Kudos to you, Diane. You're the best.
When she was a little kid and my husband died, I said, "Diane, get all the education you can. Look at Mama carrying trays to pay the bills." And she said, "I will, Mama." And she went and she got her bachelor's, she got her master's, she got who's who in American colleges, and it went on, and she turned out to be the best kid, and she's a great city councilor, and no one's changing her mind. When she says something's right, and it is right, and it's honest, there's no one changing her mind. She'll fight to the end.